this is another oracle card reading. My name is Soraya. Thanks for joining me again. So last night was pretty interesting actually with regards to channeling. I'm going to post something else on my podcast on Spotify possibly later, or maybe even type something up, but I'm just wondering what to do with it. But it's related to things I've discussed before, such as non-human intelligence, aspects of consciousness, time, things like that, okay? Densities and so on and so forth, okay? And I received some very interesting messages which I really want to put together, perhaps to help people. They might inspire something at this time. You know, as much as I want to focus on the uncovered, unseen aspects, so the networks I've mentioned on X, and so networks I've mentioned on X, and all the things that people are not aware of, I also want to bring some hope into this situation as well, okay, where I can. I was inspired to this reading in the early hours of this morning, after the channeled messages I received, which I will go into again in a different format probably. I don't feel this is the best one for right now, but I'll think about that over the course of the day. And so if we start here, so we have these cards. So we have the Starborn in reverse, we have the Vessel also, which is at a tilt, and we also have the Comic, which is also at a tilt as well. And so this suggests an energy of feeling disembodied, feeling almost detached from spirit, or not feeling connected to yourself. Things being very serious with the Comic, very somber times, very serious times, and it's easy to lose yourself in the midst of that, okay? To not feel like yourself, to feel like the rug has been pulled up from under you, which I think a lot of us are sensing in different ways at the moment, okay? So there's we start here with a recognition of that, okay? And so and these cards here, so we have the Seed, the Riddle, and the Hunter, and what we have here is like the actions. So these are the sort of actions, the things that we're going through at the moment collectively to as a result of this, okay? So what this has triggered, okay? So you have the Seed, the Riddle, and the Hunter. Seems pretty self-explanatory, doesn't it? You know, or maybe not, but to me the Seed, the Riddle in reverse, and the Hunter is a sense of trying to find something, or going on a quest, seeking something, seeking the seed, seeking inspiration, seeking something, an idea, seeking a way out, okay? But struggling with that, okay? So there's an obstacle there with the Riddle in reverse, okay? So as if we're on a quest, we're trying to find, you know, we're seeking enlightenment, we're seeking inspiration, ideas, knowledge, insight, okay? But at the moment it feels like we're hitting a brick wall, okay? Now the fault line appeared, and also the Judge. So the fault line signifies again that crack in, and this has come up repeatedly, okay? Crack in the sense of self, ontological shock, so a crack in your sense of reality. Again, many of us are feeling this at the moment, okay, in lots of different ways, and as a result this can make you feel unable to trust your discernment, not sure of yourself, not sure of your thinking, not sure of the way, you're not feeling unclear, okay? Discernment is really important. It is actually a big theme of this, and self-trust, but there's a feeling of not being able to trust oneself as a result of all this, okay, that's coming up. And with the box at this tilt here, and we also have beneath that the Mirror, which is in reverse, okay? Again, the box at that tilt suggests that we're going through a shift in reality, shift in ideas, a shift, and the key thing is the sense of self and reality. So the box, if it had not been tilted, would have indicated a sense of certainty, a self-assuredness, that the foundation of things is quite solid at the moment, but at the moment it isn't, okay? that box of ideas is being tipped. Okay. And with the mirror in reverse, again, that feeling of not being able to see yourself and the world and other people around you, clearly, not being able to see clearly that things are distorted at the moment, okay, because of all this that's going on. And with the animal here, and it's a great card to finish this aspect of the reading off. We're coming towards the end of it now, but with the animal, we have a call to trust your instincts. This is a time to tap into your intuition. Okay, tap into your intuition and follow where. This is a good time to start. I was thinking about posting about this yesterday, but start meditating if you can, journaling, reflecting, doing introspection basically, but going within, okay, and trusting your intuition, because thoughts and ideas, because of the craziness and all these other things that are going on, because we live in a world of illusions, okay, basically at the moment, your intuition would be your best friend, okay, potentially. All right, well, I think it is anyway. I'm finding that this is reflecting very much how I'm feeling as well at the moment at times, and I found that my intuition really is my best buddy, okay, at the moment. It's what's getting me through, and I think that this is, if I can encourage people who feel confused or unsure at the moment, or I really would say to them, that leaning on your intuition, again, meditating, doing some introspection is going to help you through this, okay, and spiritually as well, okay. So spirituality, sorry, if you are spiritual like myself, you might find that you do this anyway, but again, it's just a reminder, because we are facing a tremendous upheaval, okay. So finally, we're going to end this on a positive note. Two cards here, the One and the Mountain. And for those of you who've been watching these readings, the mountain is upright, okay, and the mountain is featured many times for me over the last week or so. It's become a bit of a staple really of these readings, but obviously means different things in this context. Now, in this context, we have what this is about. Your foundation is, again, this person who's within the mountain, which goes back to this and about going within, okay, going within yourself, okay. All right, so this is about going within and finding that inner strength, finding that and trying to make sense of things from an intuitive standpoint as well, okay. But we go within, as Jesus once said, the kingdom of God is within you, and there's a good reason why he said that. And he also said, I believe, we are of the world, we are not of the world, we are in the world, but we're not of the world, okay. And part of realizing that is going within, and in the midst of all this confusion, now is a great time, okay, a great time to start tapping into that. All right, start tapping into those going within, like I said, okay. And if you ask for help, again, if you are a guide, if you feel inclined to start reaching out in that way or expanding in that way, ask for it, put that intention forward, they'll know anyway intuitively that you're trying to do this, but I encourage you, again, if you're so inclined, to do that, okay, and you'll find that you'll get something, okay. So you have the One here, okay, and this is a great card to end this on. All right, so the One means a lot of things. Unity, okay, it's us. You see all these spokes coming out of this this central image, and that's us, okay. We are spokes on a wheel of the, in the totality, and all that is God is obviously beyond all that as well. But just as a metaphor, or it's been put to me before many times about us being spokes on a wheel in that sense, but contained within the oneness of God and all that is, okay. But this is the reason why this is a good card to end on, is because of that wholeness, okay, which is a you know, as a result of following your intuition and leaning within, okay? And, you know, it's a contrast to this more fractured sense of self, this fault line here. So you have the fault line, black and white. See, it's quite interesting. I've noticed that just now, actually. The black and white of the fault line, the black and white of the one. Very, you know, again, not you know, as really significant, like, similarity there. But what I'm saying is there's a contrast. So you have the fault line, which is causing all, you know, all this. And then, but then you have the oneness, okay? Which is what we return to, and what underpins, and not even return to, but what underpins everything, okay? And we can get to that feeling of oneness by doing this and this, okay? So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's a good reading. You know, I hope that helps in some way. I'm hoping to share the channeled messages I received in the early hours of this morning, and some more information. To be honest with you, things are coming through at such a rate at the moment. It's really hard for me to, because of what's happening to me at the moment in the background, it's very difficult, but I hope to get things out, you know, to help wherever I can, at some point today, absolutely, because I'm being prompted to do that. So, all right, well, thank you for tuning in, and have a great day.